On a year that's been so heavy at times, this young man has been keeping it light as a feather. Long balls, taking rides on his long balls. Boy, amongst the elite in Major League Baseball, not only in numbers of home runs, but in pure distance. It's Philadelphia against the Arizona Diamondbacks. Now, come on out here. Come on out. This is where he hit it. I mean, you have got to keep coming out here. You're talking about 481 feet away. We just found out. We'll tell you more about it. The longest home run in Major League Baseball. Mark hit it last night. This is the other Mark. He is Mark Grace. My name is Darren Sutton. It landed, by the way, right there. That's where it landed. So far away from home plate that you can't even start to explain what he has been doing. This guy's been hitting homers in the 440s, 450s, and now 480s throughout his young career. It's incredible as we take a look back.
Well, Darren, in a season of disappointments, as you said, Mark Reynolds has been a guy that's just been a continuous bright spot. Yeah, he strikes out, but you know what? He has really been a lot of fun to cover this year because you just never know when that next tape measure shot's going to happen.
That was the Fatburger homer last year against Chan-Ho Park. Virgil Vasquez, he got him for about 440. Ryan Madsen, he got him for, well, over 450. Incredible. Now, that's to the other part of the diamond. It was over 420, folks. Disregard that. And then this is last night. 481 feet. You knew off the bat it was big.
Well, it was one of those home runs that it just made a sound. And watching the replay, you saw the trajectory. It came off the bat. And I told you right then, I said, I knew that was going to be a special one. I didn't know it'd be the longest home run this year, but it certainly was special.
Interesting, when you look at what Mark accomplished, of course, Hit Tracker Online does a great job tracking home runs. Adam Dunn hit one out of Miller Park last night, so he joins Mark Reynolds on the list, and he did so last night. So this is why we came out here. Certainly an awful lot of fun. But then the other reason we came out here is to talk about, well, a team that's not so appetizing, not nearly as appetizing as the good food here at Friday's Front Row Sports Grill. It's tough to swallow what the Philadelphia Phillies can do to you when they come to town, and now they've added Cliff Lee from the Cleveland Indians.
Just the rich getting richer right there. Cliff Lee, the Cy Young Award winner from last season. Now he joins the world champion Philadelphia Phillies. So now you have to think now the Philadelphia Phillies, they're not only the favorite in the East, but now I have to believe they're a favorite in any postseason series that's going to come their way.
There's no doubt about it. Here's one reason why you're backed up in saying that. You see the lefties and the work they have done and the domination all the way up to the 46-year-old Ryan Howard with the homers and the leadoff ability of Jimmy Rollins, Chase Utley, Shane Victorino, Cole Hamels, all the way down the list. But this is why what you're talking about with the postseason is starting to play out.
Yeah, and these guys know, they've been through it last year. The Phillies know how to win games late. It's starting to get late, Darren Sutton, and it's no surprise. 19-3 to take a stranglehold on the National League East. They are leaving everybody else in their wake. These guys are true champions this year.
There we are, by the way. That camera was over there. We got cameras over here. It's a lot of fun coming out here, isn't it?
It is. It's a lot of fun. I'm thinking food right now, though.
I knew that would happen if we came out here. It landed right there. Unbelievable. That far away, it landed right there. I can't believe how far it went. I guess what we should just do is just hop on a Mark Reynolds homer and travel around the country, because that's what's going on. Taking you on the road. We'll explain when we come back. Southwest Airlines. They're ready when you are. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag. It's on.
And Mark McClung back with you in the Diamond Club, just about set for Game 3 of the series between the Arizona Diamondbacks and the defending world champion Philadelphia Phillies. The Diamondbacks playing their last game at home for a while. Let's take a look at the upcoming schedule for the Arizona Diamondbacks. It's a long, strange trip, beginning with 4 in the Big Apple. Now, if things go according to schedule, the Diamondbacks will take on Johan Santana, and we'll throw out Dan Herron on Monday right here on Fox Sports Arizona. The Mets were rained out today, but are scheduled to play a doubleheader tomorrow. 4 games in New York, then down to Pittsburgh for 3 Tuesday through Thursday, and after that, off to the nation's capital. 20 games on the road total for the Diamondbacks in the month of August, just 9 at home. So let's get a win here tonight with some home cooking. Try to fight off the Phils, fight off the world champions, and snap out of this one against the defending world champs. Darren Side and Mark Grace have the call next.
Of sluggers in the visiting dugout. Charlie Manuel, and you can see what he has done in his career against the Diamondbacks. Here's that murderer's row. Rollins, Victorino, Utley, Howard, and Ibanez. Jason Worth is hitless in this series. Greg Dobbs, Carlos Ruiz, and J.A. Happ. Limpy presents the Phillies starting lineup. Yusmeiro Petit, 24-year-old right-hander, pitching for a spot in the rotation just about each and every time out. Been a tough go of it this year. As the first pitch sails high, 1-0 the count, a change-up there. And you can see what he's done this year. The tough part for Petit is when he has pitched somewhat competitively, like at St. Louis 2 starts ago, the team unable to get it done. But overall, the numbers don't lie. And Gracie, the team is 1-9 in its 10 starts this year.
Yeah, he's had a lot of trouble with the long ball this year. Yusmeiro, he seems to just pitch up in the zone, and that's a problem. You're going to give up a lot of long balls when you pitch up in the zone. There's a couple of pitches, the first 2 of the game have been up in the zone, but it's 1-1.
In on the hands, a sinking fly ball in the shallow center field, and Jimmy Rollins with the base hit, so he is home. Let's take a look at the Arizona Diamondbacks defensively. You can see Ryan Roberts getting the start in the outfield, first time in a couple of years in the big leagues. Reynolds, Drew, Ojeda, and Weitzel on the infield. And Chris Snyder back in the major leagues after rehabbing that back. He gets the start. But Roberts willing and able to play just about anywhere. Remember, in that 18-inning game in San Diego, he moved to left field, made a fabulous play up against the wall.
Made a terrific play. And in Ryan Roberts' situation, if your name's in the lineup, it doesn't matter. I'll play wherever you want. And you know what? If it's not in the lineup, well, go catch bullpens if you have to.
And he will.
Stick around in the big leagues.
And he certainly will. Chris goes back to work behind home plate. And Petit, good move there. Very close. Rollins with a monster lead. I mean, he was way out there.
And he's a terrific base stealer, and he almost got caught there by Yusmeiro Petit. Some quick feet there from Yusmeiro.
Yusmeiro's had a lot of base runners this year in 43 and a third innings, 56 hits, 19 walks, only 2 stolen bases allowed. Skipper Charlie Manuel, it's been enjoyable to spend 3 days with him, with his perspective. Kind of has that old-fashioned, kind of southern drawl presentation to the way he talks baseball. Smart as a whip. And I think he loves being back east in that pressure cooker. And I think the way he goes about his business and his demeanor acts as a bit of a defense shield to all that goes on around you back east.
Yeah, the West Virginia in him will come out. Then it comes out when you hear him speak. But I mean, he's dumb like a fox.
That's exactly right. It's fun yesterday speaking with him after our conversation about the Atlanta Braves, his concerns with the Braves. They may be a little further back in that rearview mirror. He sees them clearly.
And he's not about to let his squad get big-headed or overconfident. There's still plenty of baseball left.
Pitches high to Shane Victorino. He was ready for a fastball in last night. I mean, ready from Dan Hare. Boy, he stands right on top of the plate, touching that line, and then in the back of the box as well. As he takes a strike. Gracie, where did you stand in the batter's box?
I always had my foot right on the back line where Shane Victorino has his back foot. And then, yeah, see where Shane's putting his back foot? Except my front foot was somewhere right around there. I was slightly open.
Okay. So not far off then.
Yeah, right about where Shane's standing.
Runner goes, the pitch. Strike.
Well, it was a strike.
3-2, you bet. Waiting for Brian Runge to make the call. He did make the call. As Gracie said, it was a strike. 3-2, but a stolen base, 19 for Rollins.
And he got a great jump. It was a strike. The late call there. Snyder, no chance. Rollins just too good a base stealer.
So now a chance for Shane Victorino to drive in a run. Bouncing ball off the glove of Petit. Rollins can't go anywhere. And an out on the ground. It was a hard out on the ground. 1-4-3. Gracie, you were talking about Yusmeiro Petit and the fly balls. Look,
yes.
Against Major League average, he is a fly ball pitcher. You can see it there. And that's where it gets really tough. Home runs per fly ball nearly twice what the average pitcher gives up in the big leagues. Home run percentage nearly twice what the average pitcher gives up in the big leagues.
And he fights the long ball because we talked about he pitches up in the strike zone. And when you're a fly ball pitcher, especially when the city of Phoenix is the second highest elevation in all of Major League Baseball behind Denver, Colorado. So if you're going to pitch up in the zone, be a fly ball pitcher, boy, you better make sure they hit it to center field.
Now, if you wonder what he's looking for, is that is a strike. Speaking of skipper A.J. Hinch, Utley in the hole 0-1. He's looking for a start where he can get this man to go 5 or more innings and give up 3 earned runs or less. Well, 5 times in his 9 starts, he has given up 3 earned runs or less. And the bullpen maybe let the game get out of hand, but there have been the tough walks through the park as well for Petit. Boy, a couple of good pitches there to a solid hitter in Utley. One more thought on the homers. The Phillies lead the National League in home runs. 140 home runs this year. They had 100 homers through 68 games. The fastest they'd ever gotten to that number as a team in club history.
This lineup just continues to come at you. Chase Utley on base 5 times last night. Here he is again with a runner in scoring position.
Just outside. Good pitch, though. 1-2.
Pretty good 0-2 pitch. Utley wasn't chasing. Just a couple inches off the outside corner.
I think that's the key, and maybe a good sign that command, you hope, is locking in, because if you go on the corner twice, And maybe a little bit off. That's where you want to throw it.
That's exactly right. And you're hoping to get Chase Utley to maybe chase that pitch off the plate.
Doesn't do that much, though, does he?
No. He is awfully disciplined.
Second in the National League in on-base percentages. Utley, a good-looking slider right over the top of that one. Gripped it tightly, too. It backed off velocity-wise quite a bit.
Out in front of the slider.
Baseman number 6, Ryan Howard.
That's a good pitch. Kept it below the knees. Utley just right through it. Yeah, boy, you say, whew. Well, we got Chase Utley.
Well, we're fine then.
Yeah, we should be just fine, right?
Absolutely.
Oh, no. Ryan Howard is the next hitter.
Yeah, with the base open, you can just pitch right around him because you'll be fine after that.
Exactly. See, okay, so you should probably just intentionally walk Ryan Howard and.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that Raul Ibanez?
Mm-hmm.
And he's got 26 home runs, 74 RBIs, and hitting .305. I guess we better pitch to Ryan Howard.
We could take our cameras and maybe look around the airport for Cliff Lee coming in to join the team at some point. He'll pitch. 0-1 the count. Pitches in, Yusmeiro Petit. You and I talked about it last year, though. Personally, and this is just personally, and I'm curious what you folks think, too, at home. If I'm the Phillies, I'm a go-for-it guy. Go for it. Go get Cliff Lee.
And you got him, and you didn't give up a major leaguer.
No.
That's the difference between getting Holiday and Lee. You didn't have to give up J.A. Happ, tonight's pitcher, to get a Cy Young Award winner.
And your number one pitching prospect in Kyle Drabek.
Exactly.
That's who everyone is asking for. Yeah, you're talking about it, Gracie. A guy who's been a big winner in Happ and your number one pitching prospect. That's tough to swallow. Big shift defensively.
That looked like a cut fastball.
Certainly did. It certainly did.
Had a good talk with Jim Tomei over the last weekend. And he told me the difference between when Jim and I were players and he was younger, and now he's like the split finger. Everybody had a split finger, Gracie, and it was the new sexy pitch. Now it's the cutter. Everybody's got a cutter now, and he says he hates it.
Boy, strike three. What a pitch by Yusmeiro Petit. Good way to start things, doing some serious pain with Yusmeiro, the artist. Got a key to the game for you, pal.
Okay.
Back at the ballpark, enjoying a cold beverage with you. Glad to have you inviting us into your home. Skipper A.J. Hinch. A little bit of a tweak going on in the lineup with guys like Ryan Roberts in that Southwest lineup in left field. Then you have Justin Slugger, Mark Reynolds. It's Chris Young, Chris Snyder, Josh Weitzel, Augie Ojeda, and Yusmeiro Petit. Out of Illinois is the left-hander. He's 7-1 with the .297. J.A. Happ, or James Anthony, as his parents named him when he was born in 1982.
just new on the scene, but so far made it look very easy. A ERA of under 3 and a winner, a big winner. Already 7-1. Very impressive.
And Stephen Drew dumps it in for a base hit. So for Stephen, the hitting streak extends to 11 games.
Nice job of pulling his hands inside. Watch the elbows come right to the chest and just flip it the other way for a leadoff base hit.
His third hit in the series, third, but it's been one each game to extend this hitting streak. So now Ryan Roberts. Roberts has done a nice job against southpaws this year. Another reason he is in there. And as far as answers, right-handed, A.J. Hinch, why not find a spot for Ryan Roberts?
Absolutely.
Not a ton of options on the right side on that bench.
There's almost zero.
Ryan hitting .333 against left-handed pitching, you can see.
Well, that's a good fastball. You can see that got on Ryan Roberts. Surprised him. He almost took the pitch late.
And who does that remind you of? Last night's starting pitcher?
Yeah, a lot of Cole Hamels. You're right.
I looked right at you and said, why does his 90 look that much harder than everybody else's?
There's a cut fastball there. And Darren, you're a former pitcher. Me being a former hitter. Is 4 left-handed starters too many?
I would think so.
Well, the Phillies got it.
I would think so.
They just added their 4th left-handed starter.
But if they're good, they're good.
I
mean, you don't run somebody out there just to say they're right-handed.
Well, like for instance,
and these are good pitchers.
Yeah, the Diamondbacks are facing their 3rd straight left-handed starter against the Philadelphia Phillies. They did nothing against Jamie Moyer. Well, they really banged Cole Hamels around for 1 run in 8 innings. And now another very good lefty with that. The above hitting area fastball. Right around the letters. And the Diamondbacks, just about all of them have shown that they can't lay off that pitch.
And he throws almost exclusively fastballs. You think Doug Davis throws a lot of fastballs? We talk about that. This young man, he's either throwing it straight or he's cutting it. You talk about nearly 90% of the time he's throwing a fastball, which is incredible and good for him. You young pitchers out there that have toiled with all sorts of stuff, this guy throws 2 fastballs and a changeup.
Use your fastball. The best pitch in baseball is a located fastball.
Ryan Roberts, fly ball on the run towards the back of Donovan, and he held on. Shane Victorino held on to that baseball. Did he roll over his wrist is the question.
He's a tough kid. He's going to be just fine. And he just made a big play for the Phillies. That saved the run. Roberts drives it, slicing away from Victorino. Makes a beautiful play. Former football star from the state of Hawaii.
Now batting right fielder number 10, Justin Upton.
So Victorino keeps walking it off. That's a guy who plays every day. And there's a few miles on the tires. He rolls over his wrist, is shaking that off, but he's also limping.
Yeah, I was going to say, I had a little Orlando Hudson in it. Remember, Orlando would hurt a wrist maybe, or maybe a finger or something, and he'd limp.
That's exactly right.
Just a little hitch in his giddy up, that's all.
Body that takes a pounding. 0-1 the count to Justin Upton. 9 hits on this stand, as you can see. And for Upton, 2 lefties a treat. Justin this year, and another chance to see one. 373 on the season against left-handed pitchers. 466 on base. He's liked him a lot lately, well over 500. Need for his last 15 as that one is high. 1-1 the count. Still working the kinks out there. And Happ will step off. Well, this young man has made 33 appearances in the big league, 17 starts. He's allowed only 3 stolen bases. So, big part of his game is keeping everybody close.
Well, it really should be a big part of any pitcher's game is slowing down the running game. That's all part of being a successful pitcher, Darren.
I'm sure it's a big part of everybody's plan of attack, but how well do you do it, I guess?
Good point. I don't see any reason why a left-handed pitcher shouldn't have a good move.
High fly ball left field, well struck. Ibanez to the wall. He leaps to You can hit him 480, or you can hit it 360. Either way, a homer is a homer.
It counts the same amount, doesn't it?
That one, if the roof was open, would have come down with ice on it. A majestic 2-run shot, 2-0.
Third baseman number 27.
He just gets under it a shade, but he knows he hit it well. Now it's just a matter of did he get enough of it to get out? And he did, just over the first row. And quickly a 2-0 lead for the D-backs.
You think about guys like Upton and their ability to handle left-handed pitching and how much they succeed against lefties. Power hitters, guys that are right-handed hitters, as there's the man we focus on in our open. 1-1 the count. So for Justin, 62 runs batted in, 19 homers. Mark hit his 28th last night. That's why we're way out there in Friday. What do you think of it out there, Gracie? That's a long ways away, 481.
Looking out from where we were right, that's where that ball landed, right out there on those steps where that beautiful lady's walking up. That's where Mark Reynolds hit the baseball. Darren, I've been around as Mark Reynolds strikes out on a high fastball, but I've been out here now since 2001. And he's consistently, Mark Reynolds is consistently hitting balls further than I've seen, like so much further than our buddy Matt Williams, so much further than Gonzo, Steve Finley, you know, guys that were big time home run hitters out here. I mean, and I mean not even close to how far Mark Reynolds is consistently hitting home runs. Might have tweaked his wrist there in that check swing. Dave Edwards going to dig in there a little bit. Dave's kind of famous for where's it hurt and where's it hurt, Gracie, right? Yeah, right there. Stop.
And really squeezing it good.
Yeah. Dig in there good. Get in there where it lives.
We'll take another look at the swing. It's been bothering him for a while on and off. And that actually had that taped up before the game today, that right hand, that right wrist.
That's his throwing hand. That's ball 4 to Chris Young.
If we've learned anything about Mark Reynolds as Young, see if he'll try to take off or get a jump. It's got to be an awful lot to keep him out of the game.
Yeah, he's a very tough kid. Kurt Gibson says he's the toughest kid on the squad. I think Gibby knows a little bit about tough, don't you? And I think it's not his right. I think it's that thumb, isn't it? That right thumb.
I think he did it on a pitch in on this last road trip. Was jammed by a pitch, and it's been bothering him ever since, I think. Here is Chris Snyder. Missed that time with a back injury. One last thought on Mark when we stood way out there in Fridays with the longest home run in the big leagues this year. 22 of his 28 homers, 22 of the 28 have been 400 feet or more. 22 of the 28. Golly. That's another reason, honestly, folks, we were hoping that the rest of the nation, we know you tried hard to vote him in as that last roster spot for the All-Star game.
He's hurting, Darren.
Yeah, he is. It's really bothering him. Keep an eye, too. That one is high. It would have been a joy to watch that home run derby.
I don't think Prince would have beat him.
And we're not biased when we say that. We know what Prince Fielder can do.
I'm a Prince Fielder fan, but I just don't think anybody can beat him.
Yeah, we also watch him take BP every day.
AJ keeping a close one. Thumb's good enough to open up the seeds.
Two and one to count. Three balls and one strike to count to Chris Snyder. 30 games he missed with that lower back strain. Hit .250 during his rehab assignment in Single A and Triple A, Visalia and Reno.
Gas. Right down the middle and right by Chris Snyder.
Last time out, Happ pitched against the St. Louis Cardinals, and they gave him a lot to handle. 6 innings, 5 runs. He lost 8-1. 7 shutout innings at Florida prior to that. Runner goes. Snyder line drive center field. Torino is there. Well, we showed you Fridays. We were out in Fridays for 481 feet coming on the air. This one counts for 2 runs at about 360. He'll take it. By the way, had a heated exchange with himself in batting practice. Fun to see him get some rewards. What's your favorite Mark Reynolds home run? Was it Fatburger, the Atlanta Drum, or last night, Friday's front row? What was your favorite homer?
Well, I voted B, Darren Sutton. I remember that one. We loved that one.
I'm going to vote for B as well. That is a strike to Raul Ibanez, who was unseated by Reynolds last night with that homer.
That was his rookie season. Up there, folks.
Better pan up there on that shot. That was great. A local cameraman. We have such a great crew whenever we work in Atlanta. You know, they follow the ball and they're used to it going, yeah, maybe about 20 rows back. Nope, got to go up with that.
Got to move up a little bit.
Into the dark, he hit it. The 0-2. Hot shot on 0-2. Went up at the letters. And Ibanez right back where it came from with a base hit.
Yeah, when you're throwing the mid-80s and you go at the letters, you better keep it off the plate. You get down the middle with it, letter high, and Ibanez just spank it right back up the box.
You can see how tough it gets for Yusmeiro Petit. His second time through the order, the slugging percentage jumps to .753 against him. As that one is into Worth. They were talking about Ibanez. Ibanez on May the 22nd hit a 477-foot home run. That was the longest home run in the big leagues until last night when Mark went 481. As that one misses away. We're good friends with HitTrackerOnline.com. That's the business they're in.
Long balls?
Long balls. Unfortunately, throughout his career, that's the business Yusmeiro Petit's been in. As that one is fouled off. And this is the who's who of frequent flyer miles.
You saw Josh Hamilton in the All-Star game last year in the home run contest. Tell us a little bit about Adam Dunn's. That was last night as well, wasn't it, Darren?
Yeah, I saw the highlight of that. They have panels in Milwaukee that they open up, back panels, and they were open in right field and sailed out one of those open panels into the players' parking lot, basically, in Miller Park.
I think Bill Schroeder, the fine color analyst for the Brewers, I think I heard him in awe say, he just hit it out of Miller Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he did.
Worth it's at a mile high. Drew goes back. Young comes in. Chris is there. And he makes the play for the out.
Third baseman.
And now Greg Dobbs. Usually Dobbs, a guy who plays off the bench. As a matter of fact, he has seen a lot of action. 40 at bats as a pinch hitter this season, only 7 for 40. Fine career pinch hitter, though. 56 career pinch hits, 6 homers. But to keep your pinch hitters fresh, got to give them a 4 at bat night occasionally.
Absolutely, and that's what has to happen. So Greg Dobbs, especially against Yusmeiro Petit, going to get his chance, and Pedro Feliz is going to get the night off. This guy can hit. I've always been a big fan of this guy. Greg Dobbs, a guy that can come off the bench, hit a ball in the seats.
As a starter this year, 22 starts, 25 hits, hitting .342. So he rewards Charlie when he starts him. What a good pitch. 1-1 the count. With that straight fastball, you have to be out on the edge quite a bit. Yusmeiro does lead it 2-0. He's made 26 pitches. Bouncing ball, and it's a foul ball. Now the Diamondbacks wrapping up this homestand, then it's on to New York. And a chance to see all of us anyway, New City Field. Off day tomorrow, travel day. Then it's Doug Davis against Levon Hernandez. Max Scherzer against Oliver Perez. John Garland against Mike Pelfrey. Then we'll see who pitches against Dan Herron on Monday.
Sounds like Johan, huh?
Well, there was a rain out for the Mets. That one is lifted to left field by Dobbs. And so Johan will pitch tomorrow. The only thing about Johan, with Johan pitching tomorrow and part of that doubleheader, they won't pitch him on 3 days rest on Monday. So unfortunately, see somebody else for the New York Mets. But hopefully Dan Herron will take advantage and roll right back on track. Then it's off to Pittsburgh for some Permane Brothers sandwiches.
Oh, man. Love those.
And off to see our good friend Stan Kasten and the Washington Nationals. The nation's capital. A little slider drops in there to Carlos Ruiz. Get to see Big Adam Dunn.
Big Adam Dunn, our old buddy.
I tell you.
And my former manager, Jim Riggleman, at the helm.
Oh, that's right.
Helm now.
Can we get a sit down, you and Jim?
Can I guarantee it?
Yes.
I'll guarantee it.
All right. That's what I'm looking to hear. Want me to guarantee something?
Sure.
Friday night, Saturday night, post-game show, 2-part conversation. Sitting down with Mark Reynolds, David Wright at the same time.
Nice. That's book it. It's a couple of slugging third basemen.
Those are the fans with the masks. That one is not
here tonight.
2-1 the count.
I think they probably had to take an early flight back.
Very disappointing.
I like them. They're probably at the airport in a limousine picking up Cliff Lee.
Maybe that's them. We don't know. Good pitch there. Another slider. 2-2 the count. But that'll be fun. You'll join us for that conversation. Mark and David, you and I will.
What day are we talking about?
We'll do it Friday, and then we'll air it Friday and Saturday.
Well, I won't be there. That's going to be with Matt Williams.
Wow.
I'm sure it'll be a Emmy Award-winning interview.
That one is away. 3-2 the count to Ruiz. 2 outs. Runner will go.
Nope, I'm not allowed to join until Sunday and Monday in New York. But I plan on taking a large bite out of the Big Apple with you, though, Sunday.
There we go. That's what we're talking about. Wheel tapper and all. Runner will go. Fly ball pitcher. Here it comes. And it's a fly ball, but it's into the seats.
Very good pitch there by Yusmeiro. Ruiz able to shake it foul.
Fan down below made a nice play. It was a ricochet off the scoreboard. We can't show it to you because it was a Phillies fan wearing a Ricky Bottalico t-shirt. A few years back.
Well, Ricky Bottalico finished his career as a Diamondback.
So no contract there. Tune in tonight, though. We're giving away a lot of contracts. 2 last night. We're hoping for 5 tonight. Runner goes, and it's ball 4. So Ruiz walks, and now here is Happ, who is 2 for 23 with 9 strikeouts this season.
Pitcher number 43, Jay Happ.
Phillies, meantime, they're on their way to San Francisco. They got a 4-game, and they'll play tomorrow night.
There's a good fastball at the knees from Yusmeiro. He's not a very good hitter. 2 for 23, goodness. Oh, he got a breaking ball for a strike there. That's almost unfair to do there, Yusmeiro. Treat an opposing pitcher like that.
And when you scuffle with an ERA in the 7s, all bets are off.
Yeah, good point. Make your best pitches if you have to the opposing pitcher.
The 0-2 and another one. That one dives down and in. Boy, that one came close to doing something that would have been nightmarish.
A toe, catch
Hitting
a toe.
him. That's exactly right.
Catch the toe of the hitter and bringing up Jimmy Rollins with the bases loaded. Now, you love that waist pitch. I'm not a big fan of it.
The 1-2.
Good pitch.
Missed his spot, thank goodness. Started it in, ran it right down the middle. That's just what you're looking for. 2-0. Back at the ball game, I know you love to join us on D-Bac's booth on Twitter. Nearly 1,000. We need to get up to 1,000, so join us. But Jenny Mitchell with our key to the game. Arrowhead, Brown & Brown, Superstition, Spring Chevy Dealers, Power Chevy Dealers. Well, happy days.
Well,
I know you like this one.
that pretty much takes all the guesswork out of it. Now, did you come up with this?
No, Jenny Mitchell. One of the nearly 1,000 followers we have on D-Bac's booth on Twitter. 986 right now. Come on, folks. We need 1,000 followers within 5 minutes. That one is in. Jay Happ runs that one up and in. So
would you like to tell me about happy days?
It'll be a happy day when you knock Happ out of the game.
The 1-1 to Weitzel, foul back.
Oh, Jenny, you got denial play-by-play.
And I'm sure Jenny is a wonderful lady.
Oh, she is. From the Bay Area, it
From
says.
the Bay Area, and I want to thank her from the bottom of my heart for getting involved in our key to the game. And that's strike 3 to Weitzel on the outside corner.
That wasn't a happy call.
And there's nothing happy about that key to the game.
Really?
Nothing. What's our lovely lady again? What's her name?
Jenny Mitchell.
Jenny, thank you for your help, but that was awful.
Oh boy. Welcome to the family. That's exactly what occurs there. Welcome to the family.
And you get right in a long line with Darren Sutton there on terrible keys to the game. So, Jenny, thank you.
The 0-1. It finished a very close first, just up ahead of our good friend Anthony Sharp, who sent in his key to the game, which was render the Phillies hapless. That one is low. 2-1 the count.
Glad we chose the right one.
Well done, by the way.
Keep it up, folks.
Down the line, it's a foul ball. What was it? How long ago? 2 minutes. We said we're at 986.
Yes.
We're at 1,001.
Yeah.
Well done, folks. Join us. Join us. We'll take you on the road.
Every night.
2-2 the count to Ojeda. Bouncing ball. 2 outs. Happ E. Ground ball to Rollins.
Pitcher number 48,
and here's Yusmeiro Petit. 0 for 12 with 3 strikeouts. Happ this year has done a little bit of both. He has made 16 appearances out of the bullpen and 17 as a starter. Boy, look at that cut fastball.
It's a thing of beauty, isn't
Goodness. That's just on the edge of being a slider, but it's almost too hard to be one. Bouncing ball to the right side. That was easy enough. A happy inning for the left-hander. Oh, Jenny, Mark Grace loved it.
Let's go to break.
At the end of his career, A.J. Hinch was a small part role player for a manager by the name of Charlie Manuel. Charlie Manuel assesses the man on the right and his chances as a major league manager with a lot of respect.
This is new to him, and as far as like he starts at the major league level, and I think that he's going to be good. Really, I think it's just a matter of time because I think he loves the game that much, and I think he's going to put all of his energy and everything into it. And I don't see why that he that he can't do a real good job because I think that he cares that much. He's very knowledgeable of the game.
Tell you what, a man like that and words like that, chosen, you can see very carefully. But love of the game, knowledge of the game, and caring. Those are all three big things.
One thing you rarely get from managers, veteran managers, is their thoughts on other managers. And because it's a fine line you have to walk in. You could tell Charlie was really picking his words carefully because you don't ever want to say anything at all that may be taken as disrespectful to an opposing manager or to any manager in even AAA managers, whatever it is. So you could tell Charlie was really making sure he chose his words carefully, and they were very kind words.
Again, we talked about 3 days around Charlie Manuel. A.J. Hinch has enjoyed him as well. They don't spend much time together, folks. They got together on the field in front of everyone. That's a strike, 3-2. Talked for about 10-15 minutes. That's about it.
They got work to do.
That's exactly right.
You have ball games to win.
The 3-2. Over the outside corner. That's strike 3. Jimmy Rollins goes down on strikes.
Went to the inside corner for strike 2. Watch Snyder's glove. It never moves. Right to the outside corner. Brian Runge rings it up. Third generation umpire. Great Ed Runge, his grandfather. I have his father, Paul. And now Brian carrying the torch for the Runge family.
Oh, and 1 the count. By the way, an interesting matchup for the Philadelphia Phillies, as that one is swung right through on Saturday, as Tim Lincecum takes the mound for the San Francisco Giants, and Cliff Lee takes the mound for the Philadelphia Phillies.
Oh, wow. The 2 Cy Young Award winners.
Defending size, facing one another.
That's awesome.
Popped up. Doing a slider in. Located it perfectly. Josh Weitzel is there. He puts it away.
Darren, what day is that again?
That'd be Saturday.
Lee and Lincecum.
Second baseman Chase Utley.
Yep.
I'm going to have to find a place to watch that one, because I won't be with you.
No, you won't be.
And I would have. Well, ash bats.
Ah, very kind. Mikey. Very good. Mike Haggerty. That's good stuff. This was the about 15-minute conversation we were talking about. Oh, and 1 the count. And one of those with Tony La Russa as well. Changeup. Good use, Merrill Petit.
He's 1 pitch away from having me tell him to stop it.
Uh-oh.
That's usually saved for like Dan Herron, Max Scherzer. Guys, a lot of strikeouts. Stop it.
Oh, my goodness. Yusmeiro Petit, 3 shutout innings, 5 strikeouts. And a stop it from the color analyst. There's strike 2, Gracie.
Stop it. Smero.
Diamondbacks baseball presented by the top 3 power Chevy dealers in the Valley and by Triple Hop Brewed Miller Lite. Great taste, less filling. Back to live action. Strike 1 to Stephen Drew. 0-1 the count. Drew singled and scored back in the first inning. And for Stephen, a hit in each game in the series, but enough to extend that hitting streak to 11 games. Left-handers this year against this left-hander hitting just .211. Righty's hitting .241. That's a tough pitch to lay off of. It's got to look so good coming in there.
Yeah, he's got that ability to get a lot of swings at the elevated fastball, does J.A. Happ.
The 1-2.
You can see he got another chase. Let's see if everybody's okay. Everybody's fine, thank goodness. Safe.
All right, let's take those nets on around. Maybe down to the end there. Too many close rocket shots. 1-2 the count. Bouncing ball. And in time for the out. Stephen Drew is erased on a 4-3 ground out. There's a peek behind home plate. Let's take him around to the end there, down by the dugout. Hey, Gracie, good things going on at Chili's. You can see
what's
up
going
top.
on.
Oh, all kinds of food for $20. Appetizer, a couple of meals. Get the families together. Go to Chili's. What do you think?
I agree. I think that'd be the thing to do.
0-1 the count to Ryan Roberts. Roberts a fly out to center field. A fine play by Shane Victorino in the first inning. And that one bounces him out of there. Happ pitched his college ball at Northwestern.
Smart kid. Can you name another famous baseball player to graduate from Northwestern?
But Joe Girardi.
Very good. My former teammate.
Fly ball, right field, going back, and it gets worked. Just shy of the track. Mark Loretta went to Northwestern as well. Roberts flies out. Justin Upton. He might have thought when he hit it he flew out, but then it flew out. Just enough over that yellow line and a souvenir.
And that's been it. Upton, the only one to really catch up with one of those J.A. Happ fastballs. He smoked one in the seats.
It's take that back, by the way. When I watched it, it appears he did think it was out.
Yeah, I think he felt like he got a pretty good piece of it.
Beat him with the fastball there. Good pitch. There are just certain pitchers. Hamels can get this going. A younger Jared Washburn can do this as well when they're right. It's that rising backspin on a four-seam fastball, and it's an ugly sound off the bat. It's not what hitters like. That's just fine though. And Justin will tell you, I didn't square that up at all, but strong enough to muscle a sinking line drive to right field.
That's exactly what happened right there. He's just so strong. He gets jammed by this pitch, but he's just so doggone strong. You see right on the label. But he still lines it over the second baseman's head. And I don't think anybody's going to the concession stand right now here in Chase Field. Because Mark Reynolds, you just never know if it's going to be this at bat where you might just get a monster home run.
Justin Upton's batting average up to .299 now, with a couple of hits in this ball game. You can stand as far away as you want in this ballpark. You got a good chance to get one. Ian, that's similar to the pitch that Upton got the base hit on.
That's exactly right. And Justin's sneaking up on a bunch of RBIs as well, Darren Sutton. That's 62 RBIs now for Justin Upton.
We're still in July, about to wrap up July.
Just feasting inside now on Reynolds. That thumb still may be sore.
They know those things, don't they, too?
Oh, yeah. Trust me, they got all kinds of guys over in the Philly dugout. Bird dogging and eyeballing in the opposing dugout. Yeah, he's shaking his thumb. Let's stay in with fastballs. Here's our old buddy Matt Stairs talking with Cole Hamels.
Matt was telling me a story, and I don't know if it's a tall tale or not.
Okay, what is it?
Something about him hurting your hand or something like that.
2-2 on Mark Reynolds.
Oh, well, I guess that's a nice memory.
Jay Happ, youngster out of Illinois, steps off.
Northwestern.
Well, that's in Illinois.
Sure.
Yeah.
Chicago area.
Yes, yes, very much so. Evanston, as a matter of fact.
Have a moment to tell the story if you'd like.
Cal, would you like me to tell the story about how Matt Stairs? Well, he hurt me. He hurt my feelings and he broke my finger with a rocket shot from an offering from Kurt Schilling. He hit me a blur that landed, maybe about 10, 12 feet out in front of me, and it hit me in my throwing finger. Just trying to stay in front of it and knock it down.
Sure.
And
which a real fielder does.
Well, I stayed in front of it and knocked it down all right and broke my finger.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And just really glad you brought that up, Dan. Thank you so much. I'll tell you what. Time's your flight out of here tomorrow?
I'll be rolling soon, pal.
Can I help you pack?
I think my whole family's at home doing that for me. 3-2 with 2 outs. Runner will go. Reynolds goes down on strikes. Love working with Gracie. Love the Matt Stairs stories. Back at the ballpark, 2-0 the score. Arizona leading Philadelphia. And Howard will lead it off. Name the 4 pitchers with multiple no-hitters, a perfect game, and a World Series ring.
Wow. Well, okay, so more than one no-hitter and a perfect game? I know 2 of them, but should we let some texters in, or?
I think so. I think our folks are guessing, by the way, on Twitter as well. D-backs booth. Fouled back. We always hold your breath when he hits. Kelly Metzger guesses Randy Johnson.
That's a very good guess.
Right there on our Twitter page, D-backs booth.
Very well done.
Howard struck out looking back in the first inning.
Well, I think the last time it happened, the last guy to do it, Mr. Mark Burley. Those are the only 2 I know. I don't know the other 2.
1-2 the count. Slider dives down and into Howard. Howard early in this series with a homer on a fastball in that many would think is a pretty good pitch. A mile high, but pulled foul. Now, that was a slider.
No one got in on him a shade.
It didn't even have home run distance.
Yes. Because when he hits him, trust me, you know.
Tim Beadle, by the way, joining us. Sandy Koufax.
Very good.
2-2. Bouncing ball. That big shift defensive.
That was the shortstop, Stephen Drew, making the play there.
Exactly right. We'll show it to you again.
That's Stephen Drew, the shortstop, right there, coming across and making an easy play. So Yusmeiro continuing to roll here in the 4th inning.
Now, you never saw Augie Ojeda in that shot, the side shot there, because Augie was playing rover in right field.
He was out next to Justin Upton, wasn't he?
Raul Ibanez, and Ibanez, the veteran, takes strike 1. Singled back in the 2nd inning. Second in the National League in slugging percentage at .642. It's a bouncing ball, and it's a foul ball.
That was a good pitch there by Yusmeiro Petit. Just crowded him with the fastball in to jump ahead 0-2.
Funny thing how games start and then how they progress. His first few pitches were high, nowhere near the plate. Maybe had the jumping jitters a bit.
Right.
He's been nowhere near the heart of the plate. He's been on the black all night. Like that. It's a good 0-2.
It's a quality 0-2 pitch. Try to make Raul Ibanez move his feet. Maybe go with something off speed next. Let's see what he does. He went off speed, but he missed down and in.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count to Ibanez. Homers in his first 56 games. That's a changeup. He's way out front. That's strike 3. Fabulous pitch. 6 strikeouts now for Yusmeiro.
All set up by the fastballs in, and then he pulls the string and he gets Ibanez swinging. Fans, be sure to get tickets now for the next post-game concert featuring country music artist Montgomery Gentry. Ha! How do you like this, Darren?
Boy.
The concert will follow the Astros D-back game on Saturday, August 29th. The concert's free with a ticket to that night's game. Get tickets today by calling 602-514-8400 or visit dbacks.com/concert. Ah, man, it's nice to get involved in the telecast again. I want to thank the folks in the truck for giving me that opportunity. Scott Snyder, our fine stage manager, continues to struggle this year.
The 1-1.
Oh, wow. What a pitch.
He's managed for now to crawl inside of their heads. He really has. And the key is he's executing literally every pitch he has thrown. Couple early in the game, and otherwise he has been spot on.
This is a bunch of good hitters he's going through right now. Just got to stay sharp and not make the mistake here with 2 strikes.
Had him out front.
He's got him in between right now, Darren said. He's got him thinking off speed, and that's where you're getting the called strikes, because they're thinking off speed. And then he's also thrown enough fastballs to get him out in front of the breaking balls. And as you said, he's been on the corners all night, hence nothing doing so far.
Stays away, stays stubborn. 2-2 the count. Ryan Miller guessing on our trivia question on Twitter, D-backs booth. Addy Joss.
Who?
Remember Addy Joss, Addy Jost? We were talking about him. One of the best whips of all time in a single season.
Well, you can't even pronounce his name. He couldn't have been too good.
Pitched in the early 1900s. That's a foul ball. We have a couple of at-bats against him, I think. I should have asked you how to say it.
Wouldn't have had that great whip without me, huh? Whip.
You love that, don't you? Walks and hits plus per innings pitched.
I just need to know how many of them scored.
2-2 the count.
I love that. I love the hold. That's my favorite stat. Oh, he got him.
You bet he went around. That is 7 strikeouts for Petit. Wow.
Leading off for the Diamondbacks, center fielder Chris Young.
Don Bell, by the way, from Salem, Missouri, on our Aflac trivia question.
Right.
One last shot. Just came in on Twitter and wants to get Cy Young. Yes! Attaboy. All the way from Missouri, Gracie. They're signing up. They're watching.
I love it. Good job. Good job. Mark Burley.
So back to work we go. 2-0 the score. Yusmero Petit. 7 strikeouts.
So far, so good. So far, really good.
What's tough with Jay Happ and the way he has pitched this year is, you know, the 2 might be all you're getting. You hope that's not the case. Chris Young pops it up, coming back this way. That one lands in and out of the press box again. And a horrible, horrible play by Director of Team Media Relations, Mike McNally.
I'll tell you what, at least he's consistent. He's been awful all year long.
That one has popped up. 2-2 the count. Now there's Casey. He's taken over. Mike's ran out of the back of the press box now. As that one is away. Mike does a great job.
He doesn't like those foul balls, though.
I mean, races to look at, he's gone. There's his staff. I can't believe he left us hanging. Look at all the work Casey's doing. Goodness, Casey got the specs on. Is that one coming back right over the top of us? Uh-oh, I hear some cheers. Heard some cheers up above us.
Is that worthy of a contract?
Well, I'm told if there's no video, there's no contract, so cheer all you want.
Hang with them up there.
3-2. Popped up. No contract either for Chase Utley. He gets paid to make those plays. If the D-backs homer hits the Gila River Casino's hit and win sign in the 4th inning, a lucky fan watching on Fox Sports Arizona wins the jackpot tonight. $560,000. Snipe Piece can do it. Let's do it right now. Jackpot grows by $10,000 every time the prize goes unclaimed. Wendy Kessler. Good luck, Wendy. Very good thing. Gila River Casino's hit and win promotion. Back in the big leagues, one of the better nicknames.
Well, it is. It's been a while since you've gotten a chance to say your favorite nickname. Snipe Piece. He's back.
One and one to count. Coming our way. Uh-oh. Racing. We'll try down below. And it's
golly, I almost had that.
Bobbled down below. You almost had there was a good effort down there, and it was bobbled, though. You were reaching out. You don't get a contract, by the way.
No, I don't. I get zero contract there. You ever caught a foul ball in the booth, Darren?
I have in Boston.
That's a hard one to get in Boston.
Well, here's the thing. I got to be really honest. It's high. I mean, really high, the booth. I got it. It came up, up, up. Just as it was about to turn and come down, I just reached out and grabbed it.
Really?
I mean, it was the softest foul ball anyone's ever caught.
Gas.
So Snyder goes down on strikes. Where are we, you might wonder? Kind of back behind the home plate area.
I'll circle us. Once I'm able to find us, I'll say, there we are right there. That's me waving right there. So the balls have been going right above us.
Right above us. Well, you nearly got a picture of Scott Snyder there. Senior booth producer in charge. But he likes to stay behind the scenes.
There he is. Hi, Scotty. Having a tough year, folks. So be nice to him.
Two 2-0 the count to Josh Weitzel.
I got a foul ball in your old stomping grounds in the Milwaukee booth.
Really?
Yeah.
County Stadium?
No. New Miller Park.
Did you really?
And
what year was that?
The supplier was Luis Gonzalez. The foul ball from Gonzo. It was my first year in the booth.
04.
Yep.
I was just
you would have been right next to me.
A couple booths down, absolutely. Remembering it all. That one is in.
I know it hurt.
That's ball 4. Yeah, and that's why I always have to tell the truth about the story. I mean, it couldn't have been just more about to peek and head back down, and I just reached out. No, that was hard. I mean, folks, at Fenway Park, it is a high booth. You're almost hanging over the field.
Yeah, it's
a beautiful perspective.
There's nothing bad about Fenway Park.
Rumors floating around we may get to go visit next year.
Tell you what, we had a heck of a time in that doggone green monster.
Oh my goodness.
Scary in there.
A strike, a high strike. 0-1 the count to Augie Ojeda. Had a heck of a time with Tim Wakefield as well.
That's right. My buddy and radio partner Tom Candiotti was throwing knuckleballs to the boys, trying to get them ready for Tim Wakefield. And we had footage of it. You know, it was a good show. And I don't think the boys even put one in play off of Tom Candiotti. There's the Candy
There's the
Man.
Candy Man. You folks remember your Tom Candiotti signs.
Got to bring him out. He deserves them.
Over the top of that. Now that's the cut fastball.
That's the cut fastball right there.
Explain to our fans the biggest difference.
Well, the cut fastball is just what first things first. It's a fastball, and it's held with the seams. I wish I could have something to demonstrate, because that was tapped foul. But it's thrown like a fastball. You put a little bit of pressure on the outside finger, and it acts. That's actually a fastball, and it cuts across. It starts out, just cuts right across. And Darren, you being a former pitcher, you could probably show somebody the grip better than I can. I just know they're very hard to hit.
Well, when they're thrown right, they're hard to hit. Either one of us is that one. That's a cut fastball there. Go ahead and show us, Gracie.
Holding it across the seams like that. Is that correct?
Right with that middle finger. We'll show you when we come back.
Come back.
Cut fastball as well.
There's the four-seam fastball. You're throwing it across the four seams. That's going to come out like that. Now the cut fastball, you're going to hold it more like that. Is that correct?
You're going to get pressure with that middle finger
pressure
there.
With the middle finger, and when you release it, you're going to really hang on with that middle finger, and that'll cause that ball. It's still a fastball. You're throwing it exactly the same as a fastball. That's correct?
Yeah, you don't get on the side of it at all.
No, you don't try to spin it like a slider. You just throw it like a fastball and you naturally cut, like Doug Davis, for instance. Well, like a lot of guys now.
I'll show you another look at how the ball moves. And that middle finger, mind you, that middle finger, pressure on the ball, it's just going to cause it to run down and in. They get used to seeing Doug's all the time. And there he is. It was funny, you know, you're talking about your conversation with Jim Thome about the Split-fingered fastball as Dobbs hits one a mile high. We were talking this past week with Albert Pujols, and Albert Pujols said the exact same thing to me as Jim Thome told you. He said, well, he also throws a cut fastball. He was speaking about Dan Herron.
Right.
There you can see the cutter percentage and then the fastball percentage, but the two really are fastballs. And the first thing that popped out of Albert's mouth is he said, I know that he now throws a cut fastball like everybody does. He paused and he said, I guess everybody's throwing it. And that backs up what Thome said. So Thome and Albert saying the same thing.
It's just not. I didn't have to face too many cut fastballs. Al Leiter, remember Al Leiter? He had a great cut fastball.
His went away from you.
His went away, yes.
Now, I remember certainly a guy who's going to the Hall of Fame lock, stock, and barrel, who still throws a good cut fastball that you got a big hit in the ninth inning of the World Series against.
Well, that's the best cut fastball ever, and that's Mariano Rivera.
Think of that one, folks. There's a good visual for you. I mean, that backs up the fact that it's thrown like a fastball.
Right.
Because he still gets low 90s with that run in.
Oh, my gas. Right by Carlos Ruiz.
Petit now has sat down 8 in a row. Fly ball, well struck, but Chris Young's got a beat. Over and under, out.
Pitcher Jay Happ.
Quest high-speed internet, high-speed pitch. No surprise either one.
Not at all. Not guys that are going to light up the radar gun, but so far they've used their fastballs awfully effectively. And they're going to be facing each other as we speak after a couple of fly balls to center field. And Darren, that reminds me, I probably haven't told this story this year, but my very first hitting coach, a guy named Joe Altobelli, managed the World Series
him, sure.
Baltimore Orioles. My first day I got to the big leagues, he said, son, I'm going to tell you one thing you need to know if you're going to be a decent hitter here in the big leagues. Stay out of the air to center field. Don't hit fly balls to center field. I said, why is that? He said, well, because that's the deepest part of the ballpark, and the opposing team, their best outfielder is going to be patrolling out there. So stay out of the air to center field. And Yusmero is just dealing right now. Joe Altobelli said that. I'm glad I can finally bring that to us this year.
8 strikeouts. What a story. The green homestand continues here at Chase Field, saving so much energy with recyclable energy. We take a look up top to our APS rooftop solar cam, reminding you, if you are able, install solar panels on the roof of your home. And visit APS.com. Use a programmable thermostat to help control energy use. Easy for you to do, not easy for me to say, but very easy for you to do. A man with a cut fastball. Happ runs a straight fastball. We've gone and found Albert Pujols and his thoughts. Now, mind you, in this conversation, he's talking about Dan Herron, but note his comment on the cut fastball when he describes Dan Herron. We'll play it for you here in just a moment. This ties in with Mark Grace's conversation with Jim Thome about it being the new split-fingered fastball. Just a quick reaction. And also, it's been a while since I've heard from Albert, so we went and got him.
I think you guys are now like text buddies, like
Twitter.
BFF forever and all that stuff.
As soon as I leave, he forgets that I have arrived.
LOL.
I see you hit another homer in the Big Mac land. LOL.
Colon in parentheses, smiley face.
That one is into the seats, and everyone's all right. No contract, right?
BTW, I miss you.
What is that, by the way?
Yeah. Well, I've been told that's what it is.
Oh, wait now. Oh, no contract.
Kevin Durant with the play.
Wow, a visit there. The 2-2. There it is. There's the run. Albert Pujols talking about Dan Herron. And note the comment on his cut fastball.
When you do face a guy like him, you know that you're not going to get too many mistakes. And if he does make one, you need to take advantage. And we're going to try to do that today. We're going to try to have good quality at bat and execute our game plan and then take it out there because we had it here when he was young. Obviously, he has more experience right now and using his off pitch a little bit much. But, and learn another pitch, which it was a cutter. Like it seems like everybody's throwing a cutter in this game right now. But he's a great pitcher. But better than that, he's a great guy, man. I love him when he was here, even though he didn't talk that much because he was so young. But, you can see the future on him. Hopefully, if he can stay healthy, he's going to be one of the best.
Pujols talking about Dan Herron. We heard all of that. One of the manager, the visiting manager. A nice play made there. We heard all of that just to hear his quick comment on the cutter.
Seems like everybody throws the cutter now. And you know what, Darren? 10 years from now, there's going to be another pitch that's going to take the major leagues by storm. It's going to extend a lot of careers. Very uncomfortable right now.
Roberts popped it up. Chase Utley said, I've got it, and he does. Yusmeiro Petit dealing tonight, going back to work. When you're the number 5 starter and your ERA, it's been a tough nearly 8, and you're doing what you have done so far through 5 to the defending world champs, you bet that's cool. And that's our Chaz Roberts heating and air conditioning cool play of the game. And good for him. Good for him to this point. Why has he been doing this?
Well, you're taking a great look. He's changing speeds. He's hitting the corners. And this is a huge inning right now for Yusmeiro. It's been terrific so far. 79 pitches in. And this lineup's just turned over in one pitch. And most likely one out. Boy, you are loving that if you're Yusmeiro Petit.
Jimmy Rollins pops out to Mark Reynolds. Fired that bat nearly to his dugout. He was frustrated. The 3rd time through the order. Opponents hit .387 against Yusmeiro Petit with an on base of .406 and a slug of .710. He's got to beat those numbers. He's done it the 2nd time through. He beat those numbers.
And we saw a lot of this a couple of nights ago with Jamie Moyer. Jamie Moyer, a guy that doesn't throw very hard, but mixes his speeds, mixes his pitches, frustrates the opponent. We saw a lot of guys frustrated with Jamie Moyer, that being the Diamondbacks. We said Jamie leads the league in opponents' cuss words in the other dugout and snaps, slamming stuff in the dugout. Well, Philly's on the other end of that right now.
1-1 the count. Well, you find yourself guessing. Shane Victorino just took a pitch right down Broadway, about 85 belts high. And as you said, caught in between, frustrated. Changeup is high. And that's the other thing you watch with Petit, keeping him down.
Only 2 base hits so far for these Philadelphia Phillies.
Slider, threw it down and in. And a fabulous pitch. Justin Upton is there, and he makes the play for the out.
May I, Darren? Get tickets now to sit in the all-you-can-eat section at Chase Field. The all-you-can-eat section is a family-friendly area on the suite level of the ballpark just below the St. Joe's Sandlot area. For just $30, you can get an Insight Diamond level ticket plus all your favorite ballpark food. Feed the whole family with unlimited hot dogs, popcorn, Pepsi, chips. Wow. Call 602-514-8400 or visit dbacks.com/all-you-can-eat.
That is great advice. We'll head out there.
That's kind of the all-you-can-eat. Popcorn, chips, that's all. It's all part of it, right?
You bet. You get it all. Big Reds fan out there enjoying the all-you-can-eat section. Staying with it. Augie Ojeda. You're watching it, folks. We're all enjoying it. Yusmeiro Petit, 6 shutout innings. A 7-pitch inning. Baseball. Who is this? Log on to Facebook at facebook.com/Fox Arizona. Stay tuned for Quest Diamondbacks live post-game show. We'll have the answer for you. Don't forget, by the way, no Diamondbacks television tomorrow, live that is. A special telecast tomorrow. We'll rebroadcast the encore of Saturday's game. Pirates and Diamondbacks behind the scenes. MLB approved look at the umpires and what they do to prepare for the game. Don't miss the special encore tomorrow at 7:30 only on Fox Sports Arizona. And then we'll be back with you live Friday through the weekend on the whole road trip. So I pass that along, Gracie.
Justin Upton going to step in.
A lot of denial tonight. I think the Phillies might be in denial right now.
They're probably shell-shocked.
See, that's all you need. You make their game. When they watch to hear you talk about it.
Thank you. Justin Upton. He has been all the offense, and Justin looked like he hurt himself taking that pitch, like he tweaked a rib or something.
We've seen that about 4 times in the last week and a half. Lower back, upper backside, maybe rib, and we've seen him nervously walking around that dugout when it happens. And when it's blocked up. The 2-2. Justin fouls that one off, and into the seats it goes. Upton is erased. Talking about Mark Reynolds and the very unique, well-traveled home runs in this series. First Monday, Gracie.
About 431 feet off the wall, back behind the stripe in center field, and then, boy, that's the longest home run hit this year by anybody in Major League Baseball. Even Justin had to be in awe of that one.
And there are many ways to your destination, Gracie. We've talked about that as they bury that fastball in, as you've mentioned, all night. The strikeouts more, the homers much, much more, the RBIs much more as well than your average big league player. That pitch is high. You just don't want to get him extending those arms, do they, on fastball?
They're trying to crowd him inside the whole time.
He's a similar hitter. Popped it up a mile high, changed up on him there, though. So Reynolds is retired. As we marvel in the work of Yusmeiro Petit, Jay Happ has been fabulous. Upton got him for the homer that just squeaked over the wall. He had a clean second, a single in the third, walk in the fourth, a clean fifth, and he's hoping to have a clean sixth. A 1-0 the count to Chris Young. You talk about these left-handed starting pitchers for the Phillies and the challenges they may have. Cliff Lee now in that rotation. Cole Hamels, Jamie Moyer, Jay Happ. Of course, you do have Joe Blanton in there to try to balance it off. You get some playoff teams with some interesting, dangerous right-handed batters. There's that cut fastball. The Dodgers, Manny, Matt Kemp. The Cubs, Aramis Ramirez, Soriano, Derek Lee. The Cardinals, Albert, Holiday, Ludwig. They like hitting against lefties.
Hitters.
Change up there, bounced it in there. Pops that one up in the infield. Unfortunately, that's been something he's been battling all season long. Unable to add on against Jay Happ. More pressure on Petit to just keep it up. PHI. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. Buckle up, another big challenge for Yusmeiro Petit.
He answered the challenge in the sixth, going through the top of the order, lickety-split, and Rollins, Victorino, and Utley. Doesn't get any easier here in the seventh.
Overthrew that one a little bit at his high. 1-0 the count to Howard. Ryan has struck out looking and grounded out to short. Belted, top spin, dies out there, so it should be just a single. Well, in a way, you talk about getting away with something. That was a hanging high slider. Howard couldn't get exactly where he wanted to. He just smoked it with a top spin.
Well, when you're down by a couple of runs, you'll take that. He did hang one. I think he hung it high enough that Ryan Howard had to get on top of it, put some top spin on it. And now it's decision time. Just how much longer you want to stay with Yusmeiro Petit. Noel Stottlemyre going to come out and talk to his right-hander. He's thrown 88 pitches tonight, Darren. Seventh innings, uncharted ground for him.
They talk about Yusmeiro Petit. He has not completed 7 innings in an outing this year. Matter of fact, he has completed 6 innings now, only twice, including tonight. You mentioned he's given up 3 earned runs or less 5 times. And there's your answer. Early in his career with the Diamondbacks at San Francisco, and then at Houston. Tough to do it at Houston, boy. That ballpark.
And that's a way to get into the seventh inning right there. Just throw that fastball right across the outside corner for strike one. Is Juan Gutierrez cranking it up in the Diamondbacks pen.
96 pitches is the career high for Petit. He's thrown 89 in the big leagues, obviously. Outside. One and one the count.
Oh, what a pitch. Shaving that outside corner off again.
1-2 the count. Smoke to center field. Chris Young coming on, slides. Oh my goodness. That one goes all the way to the wall. Howard is out front. Don't stop him. Didn't do as much damage as you would have thought. Another ball gets by a Diamondbacks defender. Young came on sliding for that ball, and it just got right by him. It did give an extra base to each. Howard and Ibanez there.
Well, the 6th and the 7th inning's been the tough defensive inning for the Diamondbacks in this series. Chris Young makes the mistake there. Just flat out whiffs it. And it goes all the way to the wall. Really good job by Ryan Roberts backing up the whole time. Yusmeiro Petit's going to head to the exits, and I hope he gets the standing ovation he deserves because he's been terrific tonight. And let's see if the bullpen can help him out and get that first win of the year.
Fabulous work for Petit tonight. Certainly pulling a rabbit out of his hat, and good for him. Ball gets by Chris Young, means the end for Yusmeiro Petit. Mark McClune down by that dugout. Mark, what'd you see?
Well, A.J. Hinch said before the game that Yusmeiro Petit was basically pitching for his job tonight, and he had a handshake for him and a pat on the back when Yusmeiro Petit left the mound. And Petit was a little upset with himself when he came to the dugout, threw down his glove. A.J. Hinch made sure to walk over there again, shake his hand, and tell him what a good job he did tonight for the Diamondbacks.
You can see A.J. over his shoulder there. Yusmeiro Petit hydrating a bit after a solid night's work. Hollering out to his teammate.
Throwing a little Spanish out there for his teammate. Boy, he's entered quite a mess here. Second, third, nobody out. He's going to face Jason Worth, and that is Juan Gutierrez.
That's a good way to start it, a slider. Now, if he can execute, and obviously that's a big part of the story. If he can, though, this is a totally different look than what they've seen from Petit. I mean, totally different. A lot more velocity, sharper breaking stuff. Like that, though, he makes a pitch away after a slider for a strike. He's got to make the pitches. Petit's countryman from Venezuela. Boy, Jason Worth. Keep looking harder and harder for a Philly who just can't hit real well, and you better keep looking.
Oh, another breaking ball, and that one buckled him down.
Did it ever. Opposing batters in his last 6 outings, 1 for 19 against Gutierrez. 6 2/3 scoreless. The 1-2. Fastball low.
Just missed. He had Worth looking for the breaking ball there. He tried to zip the fastball past, but it was just below the kneecaps, according to Brian Runge.
Boy, he made a pitch on him, didn't he? Worth not prepared for that one at all. Now let's see what he's ready for. 2-2. Ian. Greg Dobbs waits on deck. A little bit of action, at least moving around in that Phillies bullpen. Happ has thrown 100 pitches in 6 innings. Got him to chase the slider. Snyder held on. We're saying that pitch bounced first. He talks with Runge, but he doesn't say it for very long. He walks off. Let's see if Snyder did grab it before it hit the dirt.
Let's see if he's got a point. No, Snyder came up with it cleanly. Jason Worth, wishful thinking there with Brian Runge. Brian Runge got that one absolutely correct. Big strikeout there for Gutierrez and the Diamondbacks.
And there's no certain art, certainly, to catching a foul tip. A little bit of it's luck, but a great job there by Snyder. Boy, did he, with pride, showing that ball right away. It's a good feeling. Couple of big outs to get, though. Fastball popped him up. I don't think there's room for Mark. And there's not. It's about 5 rows back.
And he just reared back and challenged Dobbs with a 96-mile-an-hour fastball right down the middle and beat him. Dobbs was tardy.
Greg tonight has flied out a couple of times. His first at bats in this series. He has watched the first 2 Phillies wins. One and one the count. Boy, did they get some good work out of Petit. The 1-1. Falls off there, overthrew that slider. Dobbs, 31 years old. Went to Oklahoma. He was a Sooner. Hit 300 for the Phillies last year. Slider, strike 2.
2-1. Dobbs just knew he was going to get the Gutierrez fastball, but nope, dropped the breaking ball right in there for strike 2. Pretty pitch.
Carlos Ruiz waits on deck. Trying to salvage one game in this 3-game set, these Diamondbacks. The 2-2. Got it!
Yes! 97 miles an hour. Juan Gutierrez back-to-back strikeouts. Let's see just how he did it. Well, there's the 2-1 breaking ball right on the money. Dobbs thinking it's coming again, isn't it? No. He just reared back and blistered one right past him. Merrill, he's going to be fired up about that. Nice pitch.
So now Ruiz.
And you can't get lazy here mentally if you're Juan Gutierrez. You got to press the gas just as hard here with 2 outs.
Slider, and Chris, as he went to look at it, flipped it away a couple of feet. 1-0 the count. Those tying runs have been waiting, itching to come on down. You've got Howard at third. You've got Ibanez at second, and they've been there. We'll start over again. Slider evens it up at 1-1.
He's got a heck of a feel for that pitch so far tonight, doesn't he, Darren? He's throwing that for a strike just about any time he wants. Well, that's tough to deal with as a hitter when you've got a guy out there throwing in the mid to high 90s and he's dropping breaking balls for strikes. Well, you're almost defenseless.
Fastball, 1-2.
97 miles an hour, Darren. Boy, this crowd's got to get behind Juan Gutierrez, don't they? Got to get behind him for what he's doing.
The tying runs are on. Second and third. The 1-2 pitch. Fastball out.
Oh, they say, but it was cleanly outside. Juan Gutierrez almost sent this crowd into a frenzy.
The 2-2. To right field, he hangs around. What a moment it would be for this right-hander. With the improbable starter watching, nervously waiting. The 2-2. High and in, 3-2 the count. Now he has on deck a decoy. And when I say a decoy, that's half. He's not hitting.
He won't be hitting for himself, but I think Juan Gutierrez would love for J.A. Happ to stay in this ball game. And in order for that to happen, he needs to retire Carlos Ruiz with this pitch right here as time's called. What's he going to throw here, Darren?
Well, it's funny you'd ask. They want to talk about it.
Yeah, Snyder and Gutierrez going to have a little talk about it right now. No time for guesswork. Both pitches he's got working very well, the fastball and the breaking ball. I think if I'm Gutierrez and Snyder, if I'm going to get beat by Carlos Ruiz, I want him to beat me on a 96, 97 mile an hour fastball.
Ruiz is 0 for 1 with a walk, hitting 160 since June the 9th.
What are they going to go with?
The 3-2 pitch. Fastball lost him. It's ball 4.
And that's going to be all for J.A. Happ. Pedro Feliz going to come out and take his chances. Kind of surprised here, Darren, that we don't see Matt Stairs.
The left-handed hitter, the veteran.
However, there's Matt Stairs, good friend of the show. However, we've said the last couple of nights, Pedro Feliz, he's the right-handed hitter. Mel Stottlemyre going to go out and have a conversation with his right-hander, but we've seen Pedro Feliz over the years get a lot of huge hits, haven't we?
Well, that's what he does, and again, timely hitting. When he would team up with Benji Molina, a timely hitter here in Philadelphia, he has so much protection with regard to stars around him that he's completely able to be himself. And they maybe wanted a little bit more for him in San Francisco. Not here. Just beat Pedro Feliz and what he has done this year. He has 8 hits in his last 19 at-bats with runners in scoring position. Hitting .330 with runners in scoring position this season. And so here we go.
Number 7, Pedro Feliz.
You found yourself excited about a pitcher striking out the side with runners on second and third. Now the bases are loaded. There's Howard, there's Ibanez, and now Ruiz, who walked. Now you'll take any out anyway. Slider, strike 1.
Yeah, gorgeous slider. Hadn't thrown a bad one yet this inning, Darren Sutton, that being the slider.
Slider, center field, going back on it is Young. He's got room. What a job by Juan Gutierrez. Crowd rising out of their seats. He has got a buddy waiting to shake his hand in the dugout.
That's the
joined by Brent Stellick, who is the D-backs VP in terms of ticket sales. We'll talk not only about your Facebook questions, but also ticket prices for next season. So, guys, it's been a great executive week. Hopefully, you've learned a lot from the guys that make the decisions. We'll send it back to you. Hopefully, use Mero Petit in line for his first win of the season. We'll see you after the game.
I tell you what, you talk about a moment for a relief pitcher. This was it. Juan Gutierrez, 2 strikeouts and a flyout. Like Petit, made his living tonight, perfectly locating pitches. And the two of them, you bet. Teammates, countrymen, there's a moment there. Yeah, thank you.
pretty amazing stuff right there from both of them. Petit gonna, at the end of the day, give up nada. I've been working on my Spanish. That's nothing, Darren. Scott Air going to come on for the Philadelphia Phillies, the veteran left-hander. You can see he has been terrific. A good slider as well as a fastball. And I would imagine Diamondbacks plenty happy that J.A. Happ's out of this ballgame. What a performance by him as well, Darren.
Yeah, Happ did a great job. I tell you, fun to see him work. Happ in the ball game. 6 innings, 3 runs, 2 hits, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 100 pitches. Snyder takes low from Air. Scott Air. You know, we have some great bosses, some great owners, but we're finding out that Scott Air is one of our owners because he, well, in 26 games against Arizona, he's not allowed to run in his last 26 games. So he owns the Diamondbacks as well. 20 2/3 innings pitched against Arizona without allowing a run. We need to cash in those shares.
I think you're absolutely right, Darren Sutton. That means it's been since he was a Giant. And that was about 3 teams ago for Scott Air.
There we go. Let's go to the bank and make a withdrawal.
Guess what, Darren Sutton? Asking you shall receive. Welcome back to the ball club, Chris Snyder. Way out of here.
There are times when I'm fearful of putting the Moachichi on a situation. If I just did it there, I'll take all the credit. Scoreless inning streak against the Diamondbacks over. Your ownership, well, it's close.
Josh
Chris Snyder, as you said, good to have him back.
This may, I don't know, Darren. Watch the catch.
On the fly?
Yeah, I think that's worthy of a contract.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, that's a contract. Left field, get him out there. Let's get him the contract.
It's time. It's time.
That one is swung through.
And what a long ball from Chris Snyder.
He gets a double victory, too. You get that home run ball.
That's right, and a contract.
You can get it autographed. You can get it autographed. That's what's going on. You can get it autographed by the man who hit it.
And now if he just pull his britches up, he'd be in good shape.
There's the play coming off the bag. Josh Weitzler's on. That'll be a swinging bunt hit. So the good luck for Mr. Air and the good fortune about to come the other way.
Well, when you just put the ball in play, you never know. Josh Weitzel way out in front, cued it. And you can see the foot of Ryan Howard comes off the bag. That's a good call over there by first base umpire Mike Muchlinski.
So runner on, 3-0 the score. We have some issues, by the way, with the league office and contracts and just some problems going on that we need you to, as a kind of the commissioner, and we'll give him a trophy.
Thank you, honey.
We need you kind of to settle this. There was a mysterious nice play supposedly above us earlier.
Okay.
The crowd cheered. Yeah, good play.
Okay.
That one is in. Good pitch. Has him hopping out. There was no documentation of it, yet a contract was given out without your approval. A contract tonight was given out without your approval. I just found out about that.
Well, it's not a binding contract.
It's not binding at all.
No, it's null and void, unfortunately.
And there is a little bit of a wavering on going all the way out there and giving that gentleman a contract, I'm told.
Well, that's too bad. Get out there and give him his contract. Beautiful bunt there by Augie O'Hara. That'll move Josh Weitzel to second base.
There he is. See this gentleman here? His buddies are all calling. They're telling him, Gracie, that he is getting a contract. 4 free tickets, 30% off in the team store. And he made a great play. We got to get him a hat, too.
Yeah, let's cross that.
So we'll bring him the contract and a hat. We're going to get him a D-backs hat as well. So Rob will take care of that.
What a catch, though. What a catch. Let's see if Chad Tracy, he's going to come on and he's going to pinch hit. For Juan Gutierrez, what a great job he did. Try to add on here against Scott Air.
And a big opportunity for Chad. The work of late has been better for Tracy. That's very good work there for that man. Pickoff throw. The ball was dropped. He was about to get rung up there.
I think Bill Miller's umpire was about to ring up Josh Weitzel. Watch Bill Miller, the second base umpire. Oh, the ball's dropped. So looked like Josh Weitzel might have got a big break. I don't mind the big secondary lead out there. He's trying to score on a base hit, Darren Sutton.
1-2 the count. The 1-2. Boy, does that just look nasty to deal with as a left-handed hitter.
Nice. Scott Air was no fun.
Goodness gracious. Huh.
Yeah, I was fortunate enough to get him back when he threw about 93, 94 miles an hour with that good breaking ball.
Doesn't look to be anything fun about that. The 2-2 in. Still gets it up there at 90 miles an hour.
And don't be fooled here if you're Chad Tracy. That was a fastball in, and I think he missed inside on purpose to set up this 3-2 breaking ball here in Sutton. You see Chad Tracy's been terrific coming off the bench. He's going to have to hit this breaking ball or else lay off of it if it's out of the zone.
6 for 15. Those are the numbers there.
Oh, he went with the fastball. I was incorrect.
Popped it up. Looked good to Chad. Couldn't square it up like he wanted to. And now Stephen Drew. Hey, don't forget, by the way, anytime the D-back scores 6 runs or more, Taco Bell is giving away 3 free tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6.
Oh, my goodness.
The following day at participating locations.
I guess that even looks appetizing, huh?
I'll tell you what. Three to nothing. Arizona leads it. Steven takes away. You've said all year long you're uncomfortable and you really don't enjoy your tacos with arms.
No, I don't. I like crunchy tacos, but hold the arms.
I don't enjoy my tacos with heads.
Hold the noggin.
Popped it up. Let's see. And it's about 10 rows deep. There he is. I love the effort, though. Just hold the head. Somehow my guess is our good friends and partners and supporters with Taco Bell, they kind of like that.
I would imagine they love it.
Boy, he hung on to that one. 1-2 the count. Any update on that contract out there? Has it been given out yet and left?
Well, we hope so.
Well, we can't really keep our league afloat if we're signing all these players and we go to our creditors and they're like, you're not paying your salaries. Oh, he's losing the White Sox hat. Look at that.
Lose it. Oh, we said Darren and Grace are burying him.
The 1-2.
Nice take there from Stephen Drew, trying to add on here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Giraffe has the same number of bones in its neck as a man.
No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Phillies tonight. The Diamondbacks, 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors with 3 left on base. They've received official word from our assistant to the assistant commissioner, Rob Weinheimer, that there has been a contract given to that gentleman.
Ah, good. He deserves it.
Bouncing ball. Utley makes the play for the out. I tell you what, there's been some strong flexing going on tonight. Enough to get it out and over the wall. Just enough is just enough. He might have thought it was further. Chris Snyder, he knew his was gone. All in support of Yusmeiro Petit. Fox Sports Arizona presents Diamondbacks Baseball, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They're ready when you are. Go to southwest.com, grab your bag. It is on. And by Limpy, America's Sub Shop. Taking a ride out to our Ride Now Power Sports Pool Camp. Great partners, and there they are out there. Hello, folks. I know they can hear us. Tracy and I always saying hello there.
Hey, guys.
Hello there.
Well,
oh, good to have them. They're listening so intently.
well, they're not.
Great spot, though. Great partners. And here is John Roush. Chad Tracy now at first base. Tracy in the 9 slot. Roush, the pitcher, in the 7 slot. Gerardo Parra is in left field, batting second. And here we go again, right back to the top of the order.
That's a lineup that never quits, Darren.
It's a good looking breaking ball. John's going to get over there. He does. He is fed by Trace. Don't forget, start planning early for the 2011 All-Star Game held right here at Chase Field in Phoenix. All D-back season ticket holders have the opportunity to purchase the All-Star Summer ticket packages based on their priority number. To become a D-back season ticket holder today, call 602-462-4600 or visit dbacks.com. Pinch hitter Eric Bruntlett. He's 10 for 79 this year. It's been a tough go of it for Eric. Former Houston Astro. 3 for 23 as a pinch hitter.
Interesting. Shane Victorino.
Remember early in the game, hobbling around a little bit.
Made a diving play out in center field in the first inning.
Wrist a bit, legs. We couldn't really tell what it was.
I don't know if there was a better player in the month of July than Shane Victorino. I hope he's okay.
Having a hard time spotting him in the dugout, maybe in seeking treatment as we speak. 2-0 the count on Bruntlett. And a good looking pitch here is a strike. John Roush, when he woke up on May the 27th, had an ERA of 7.23. He wakes up this morning with it much lower, 4.12, because of a great 25-game run.
Gas. Right by Bruntlett. Gave him the count at 2-2. Tell us a little more about that run, Darren.
Well, in that run, he has an ERA of 1.82. Opponents are hitting just over 200, and in 25 games, just 4 extra base hits allowed. Two and two the count. When you think of the missed opportunities in this series, the defensive miscues by the Diamondbacks, you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but you would have liked to have had different results. That's a fine result, though. There's strike 3, curveball there.
Dandy, that's the first one of the evening for Roush after a couple of fastballs to speed up Eric Bruntlett. Oh, he just really pulled the string on a curveball way out in front of it. This Brunt, heck of a pitch.
Remember, Roush pitched a long time in that East with Washington. And that's where you see a lot of the numbers for these Phillies. There's strike 1. The Phillies have only been shut out twice this year. The second game of the season against Atlanta, Jair Jurgens and 4 others combined to shut him out. And May 6th, Johan Santana shut him out. 2 pretty good pitchers, by the way.
Well, the Diamondbacks have thrown a couple of shutouts on this homestand. They were back-to-back. Max Scherzer had a little help from Blaine Boyer for a shutout. And Doug Davis had a little help from his friends for a shutout as well. It's something to get 3-in-1 homestand, Darren Sutton.
After the game's over, the boys will pack up, head down to the ballpark in the morning, and head out to New York City. Bouncing ball, what a beautiful piece of hitting. Can't keep him down for long. He was 0 for 3.
Fastball running away. And that was pretty, as you said. Chase Utley is, well, he's already one of the stars of this game, but I don't think it's going to be long till you see his name on an MVP trophy here pretty soon.
Can't argue with that. Offensively, the best second baseman, no doubt about it, in the National League.
Well, big man on big man right here, Darren. Big John Roush, big Ryan Howard.
Roush a fly ball pitcher as well. They know one another. They each have good and bad memories. Big shift.
Oh, what a curveball there from John Roush. Wow. Gas. And a big rip from Ryan Howard. This is good stuff, Darren. It's what you pay to see. These two big pachyderms going at it right here at Chase Field.
Sweat pouring through that cap of John Roush. The 1-2. Fastball, hot shot. Attempt by the shortstop. Stephen Greer right through the shift. Only has stopped. He wants all the way to go around, but he has stopped there. Runners on first and third. And now, representing the tying run, Raul Ibanez. He had a shift out there and still hit it through.
You got to hit it awfully hard to hit it through a shift, and that's exactly what Ryan Howard did. And no lefty was up in the bullpen. So it's up to Big John Roush now to try to retire. Raul Ibanez, he represents the tying run here in the 8th inning. 2 quick outs, but then this Philly lineup, you knew eventually they were going to make it somehow, some way interesting, Darren Sutton.
Clay Zavada, when you talk about play as a left-hander, righties struggle, lefties succeed against Zavada. And Scott Schoenweiss has really been struggling lately.
It's Big John Roush's time.
The 0-1. Breaking ball. 0-2. Trying to be a hero there, no doubt.
Well, he threw a perfect fastball to the outside corner for strike 1. Then threw a perfect breaking ball to get the swinging strike 2 from Ibanez. So let's see if this crowd's going to get behind Big John Roush now.
Chris Snyder blocks it up, doing a fine job. Your back's got to be okay to do that.
Your back's got to be okay to hit a really far homer in the bottom of the last inning. And that run looming large right now.
Well, you can say that again.
That run looming large right now.
All right, that's enough. 1-2 the count. Breaking ball. Got him looking over the outside corner. Ryan Runge extended it just a bit. John Roush, he'll take it.
Fastball outside corner, strike. Beautiful curveball, strike 2. Block it up nicely and ring him up.
Arnova Home Loans in-game box score. You can see Stephen Drew, Justin Upton, Chris Snyder, Josh Weitzel, but especially the bombs by Upton and Snyder contributing in this ball game. Gerardo Porra hops into his slot, and he now goes to work to lead things off against the big fella. There's Chris Snyder. Tyler Walker, former Giant. And the breaking ball is dropped in there.
There's big Tyler Walker. He's been around a long time now. As you said, the former Giant. Still colorful.
Oh my, Parra juices it down the line. Off the yellow line, it did not get out of here. I jumped the gun. It's a double. Off the top of the wall and a double.
Well, we've seen that once before, and A.J. Hinch going to come out and have a conversation with Mike Machlinski, the first base umpire. He went out, he ran out, got himself a good look. Let's hopefully find out what the explanation is. We saw that earlier. Machlinski got it right.
Well, look at the fans reaching out.
He got it right.
You bet he got it right. It bounced straight up in the air.
We saw that earlier this year. It happened. It was in the Diamondbacks' favor. A.J. Hinch. Now he's going to have a conversation with home plate umpire Brian Runge. See if he may have seen anything different.
It's a very unique bounce. And for me, what had me seeing it out of here was the fans almost looking straight up. All right, here it comes to us. It was nowhere near them. Well, they're going to get together and talk about it.
And this is a good thing. This is a good thing. They're going to get together, see if they saw anything different. And that the manager cannot ask the umpires to review this. Only the umpires can determine whether this is going to go under review or not. And the bottom line is their job as a crew is to get this call right, Darren. The call has been gotten right. We've seen the replay. They got the call right. But now they're going to get together and see if anybody might have seen anything different. That's Darryl Cousins, the crew chief. He's the one that's going to decide whether this should go to instant replay or not. They're saying, hey, it's a homer. It's a homer. They're going to go instant replay. And the crew chief has to go. He definitely has to go. Bounce way up there. I think the call's got to stand, Darren, don't you think?
Well, you bet. I mean, it's a unique bounce. Look at the fans. They think it's coming right to him off the bounce. I watched that. I thought it had bounced over as well. That was not out of here. Not out of here. Tim Welke, umpire, tells us exactly how they review, when they review, and how it all comes together.
Oh, I agree with that. And it's a personal opinion. I agree if it helps us get the call right, because that's our job. It's to get the call right. And if that can help overturn a mistake, a potential mistake, because the last thing we want to do as an umpire is to have anything to do with who wins or loses the game. We want that decided by the other two teams wearing uniforms on the field, not by us.
And those are his thoughts on instant replay. Tim Welke talking about it. He says if it helps us to be 100% sure that we get the call right. Grace, you explained all the rules prior to. We're glad to use it. And boy, Mr. Welke backed up by the next crew that comes in. If it helps us get it right, we'll just double check to make sure.
And I've had plenty of conversations with umpires over the last couple of years, asking about instant replay. And most of them don't like it. most of them don't like it until they actually have a situation where they have to go to replay and they realize, you know what, we've got to reverse this call. We didn't have that call right. And then they realize, you know what? Maybe instant replay is not so bad after all. On the home runs. Now, I don't want them just anywhere. But on plays like this, I think you have to go, Darren.
It's the yellow line. Looks like it's. Look at the fans. They're ready for it. Here it comes. No, it didn't. Did not ever get over.
Well, look at Mike Machlinski. He had a great angle. He busted his fanny, ran halfway out there, got in the crouch, took a good look at it, and made his call. And he's going to find out that probably soon that he got the call right. I don't know what's taking him so long, to be honest with you, Darren.
Still down in there taking a look at it.
I mean, it looks pretty cut and dry that's going to go as a double.
Now, when the video comes, it doesn't come from our production. It comes straight from the mothership. They're able to access clean feeds without all the graphics. Both shows, angles. Boom. All right, we'd like to see it again. They communicate with New York, and here it comes immediately. It is a very intricate and advanced system. This is not, as we have seen sometimes in college sports or college basketball, sometimes even in the NBA, where they spin around the home team's monitor, they're looking at it. That's not the case at all. So they wait. And they just found out one of their favorite shows is on, so they're watching that now down in there as well. Over and over, they look at it.
Are they watching Millionaire?
Barr is saying, I'm hoping I get some help. Well, Gerardo, if they get it right.
Well, here they come. Let's see what they've got for us.
Double.
2 bases. They got it right. And you know what? Instant replay confirmed that they got the call right. And good for these umps to swallow their pride and go to the replay. And they got it right. How do you feel about instant replay, Darren? Are you a fan in this situation?
Boundary calls. Yes.
Home runs.
Yes. And they got it right.
So nice job by the crew chief, Daryl Cousins, and the rest of these boys. If it hits the yellow stripe, it is still in play.
It has to go over.
It has to get over the boards.
And even as I sat here watching it, calling it, I saw it hit the stripe, thought it got over. You could see the fans waiting for it to come down. It never came down. It went the other way. So, yes, it has to get over. And they were just looking to make sure that maybe it didn't get up and over, and a fan touched it, brought it back. I'll tell you one guy who said, well, you can go review it, and I'll go in there and watch it with you, was Mike Machlinski. But I saw it.
Yeah. We can review it all you want. I'd love it if we can get another shot of him going, hustling. Busting his hump to get halfway out there. He got down in a crouch, took a perfect look at it, and he got rewarded because he got the call right.
Washington native, state of Washington, Mike Machlinski. Still makes his home there. Working a lot of the minor leagues. Big swing against Walker, fouls that one off. Three to nothing the score. That one is high. Hustling. Always Johnny on the spot.
Take a good look. He's halfway out there. He's down in a crouch. He is making sure He got a great look at it. And that's all part of the stuff we talked about with the other 4 umpires about how they rotate, how they get into position to get the best look they possibly can.
Isn't that incredible? That ball was in flight. He raced like a hawk and then settled in, ready to watch it. That was a great view there of it froze. Nice job, guys. 3-2 the count. Left and line drive. Left center field. It's down. Now Orlo Park can come on down and score. No replay needed. It's 4-0. Every run so valuable when you're trying to put away these Philadelphia Phillies.
Fastball up and in. And Justin, boy, he just puts a pretty swing on that and just rips it into left field for an RBI single. 3-hit night for Justin. He's driven in 3 of the 4 runs here for the D-backs.
And he's hitting .301. We were asking you about Mark Reynolds' home runs. They are always fun to talk about. That's fun to talk about for Justin. Folks, remember the Fatburger home run last year? That one is in. Look how Reynolds spun out of there.
And that's also going to happen more and more in his career, Darren. When you're a guy that hits balls as far, when you're hitting drum balls and you're hitting balls as far as he hits them, there's going to be some redneck pitchers out there that are going to try to get your attention. Hey, I'm out here too. I'm not just going to lay it in there for you to play, arena baseball.
You're exactly right.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Shane Victorino, the report, is a knee contusion. So he bruised his knee earlier in the game. It was his knee. Rolled over on that wrist, was shaking that off, limping a bit. So that's what has Bruntlett now in center field. He was out there digging things up. Slider taking 3-0 the count. Oh my goodness, a mile high down the line sends Mark Reynolds into the all-you-can-eat seats, and it's foul. Strike 1. He had the green light, folks. I guess you knew that.
Why wouldn't he? Oh my goodness. That's with a bad thumb too, Dan.
481 feet last night. The longest home run in Major League Baseball this year. The 3-1.
Oh, a good slider there from Tyler Walker. I'm not just going to keep pumping you fastballs in there for you to just pummel.
They hit him into people's popcorn in the all-you-can-eat seats.
That's why he's so much fun to watch. You just never know with them.
And then that happens. So.
And he gets a standing ovation.
They clap as he strikes out.
Striking out. Darren, that never happened to me.
It never did.
Strike out. Boo! That's terrible, Grace. But it's still fun.
This town, these fans are really starting to take to him. And he's made it clear, and I don't want him to become one, but he's not going to become a slap hitter.
Well, because he's not.
That's exactly right. 0-2 the count.
Chris Young trying to stay in the 200s. 201 coming into this at bat. He's popped up a couple of times to Chase Utley, the second baseman, and he's walked.
One and two the count. Two outs. And the struggles continue this year for Young. Just when you think you're going to climb up above and stay there. Now you hate seeing them do the quick math for you. We saw Justin's go over 300 to 301.
And with the 200, so he's hanging in there. But unfortunately, those aren't really goals you want to attain. Because if you're a 200 hitter and you're gaining on August here, Darren, that's becoming a very legitimate 200. Good slider there from Tyler Walker.
Oh, and 1 the count to Chris. Long and loud home run back in the 7th inning, 6th home run of the year. Playing in his 51st game this season. In his absence, in the time that was missed, and you folks have known all about it, but if you missed it, Miguel Montero really seized the golden opportunity and sprinted with it. Hitting in 17 of his last 20, hitting .350 since mid-June, hitting .340. And Snyder takes a strike. Speak of the devil. Got on top of that slider, runs it in. 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. Snyder was just getting going offensively when that back flared up. Reaching base in 13 of 14 games into mid-June. Starting to gain a little confidence offensively, and otherwise has been a disappointing year for him. Started hot tonight, though, with a homer. Howard on the other end. 3 outs to get. The Phillies have only been shut out twice this year. Scoreboard today, the Mariners, too much for the Blue Jays, 3-2. You can see the work. Roy Halladay scattering 7 runs, or 7, I should say, innings, 11 hits, 3 runs. What a year he's had. Where's he going? Is he staying?
I think he's going to Philadelphia.
You like that?
I'm teasing.
How about Boston?
Golly. Boston? I guess take Brad Penny's spot in the rotation.
Buchholz would have to go. They'd have to send Clay Buchholz to get him. Part of a package. 4-0 the score. Quick look at Jack in the Box, inviting you to think outside of the box. A couple of improbable countrymen doing work as part of a shutout. No one ever thought Yusmeiro Petit would be there, huh?
And it'll be up to Chad Qualls to finish it off here in the 9th inning. Trying to nail down Yusmeiro Petit's first major league win in a long, long time.
Goes right to work. Strike one. Yusmeiro Petit's last win was August 23rd, 2008 against Florida. 11 starts and 19 appearances ago. Oh, 0-2 the count. Balls will take a walk around. Rub up that new baseball. Not a safe situation, but when you're a ball club that sports a record well below 500, they're all safe situations.
Doggone right. You're trying to pull a very rare feat, and that is shut out the Philadelphia Phillies. Chad's going to give him a new ball. Bad ball. Bad ball. All right. Let's see if this one's in there. Yep, like that. He'll take a walk around. Mull things over.
Pops that one up to the right side. A long run for Justin Upton. Still coming, still coming. Slides, you can't get there. Roy just takes to the middle of the diamond to someone, and Chad Qualls picks it up.
Well, that ball just had so much hang time. Justin just gets there and he just can't come up with it. Justin just seems to really struggle when he has to leave his feet or if he goes into a slide.
So now Greg Dobbs. And that has been the biggest area for improvement for Justin, coming in on the baseball.
Coming in on the baseball.
He can close some gaps. Ask him to turn around and race to his right. He'll close a gap out there. He's just fine. Free and easy. But this high school infielder still learning the intricacies of outfield here in the major leagues. Inside, 2-0 the count. Fly to left, fly to center, struck out. All's very good work in his last 15 appearances. That one sails wide though, 3-0. "15 appearances, 15 innings. An ERA of 1.80. An opponent's batting average of 203. On 3-0. Right down the middle, 3-1.
Not so sure that Greg Dobbs might not be taking another strike here, Darren Sutton, down by 4. swinging. Right in his tracks. Bruce Young will put it away.
So the first out of the inning, you talk about in the East. Tonight, Florida beat Atlanta by a score of 6-3. You can see where these Phillies stand. They're adding Cliff Lee. He will take the baseball and go to work. Joe Bland down there as a right-handed pitcher. How about Pedro Martinez trying to gain strength? Where does he fit in now?
Well, he doesn't.
Very interesting now.
He doesn't.
Bullpen? Does he want to come back and pitch in the 6th inning on occasion?
I doubt it.
Oh, 0-1 the count.
I mean, the bottom line is he doesn't, does he?
I don't see how he does.
Joe Blanton's been terrific lately.
Hamels, Lee, Happ, Moyer, Blanton.
And I don't see Charlie going to a 6-man rotation.
Bouncing ball, Stephen Drew. Just like that, 2 outs. A little bit of peril for a moment for Qualls, and he has quieted things. Now here's Matt Stairs. We've been waiting for him. 9:32 in the evening, Pacific time. Well past midnight in Philadelphia.
And well past midnight in Matt Stairs' home of Bangor, Maine.
Goes right to work. First pitch swinging. For the 3rd time this year, the Phillies are shut out. The Diamondbacks salvaged this series. It was in April against Atlanta, Jair Jurgens. It was here in May against Johan Santana. Then Jurgens, Santana, Yusmeiro Petit, part of shutting out the Philadelphia Phillies.
Well, A.J. Hinch said that Yusmeiro is pitching for his major league life. Well, I think he earned